Alright, so we are selling PEDtal, which is a portable and stationary bike generator. So to start with sort of the environmental problems we're facing, the average American spends $120 a month on electronics, which adds up to $1,400 a year. And then they also own an average of 24 electronic devices. Also standby power. The average American home contains 40 electronic devices that use standby power. Standby power is when an electronic device like a TV is turned off, but it still draws a steady, small amount of power. Overall, this can add up to 10% of a home's energy use. As an example, a TV draws about 5 watts when it's turned off. So e-waste. E-waste is waste that is anything that contains a cord, a circuit board, or a battery. And only about 15% of electronics are recycled. That adds up to 20 to 50 million tons of e-waste worldwide, or 2.2 tons from the US alone, which is enough to fill 60 landfills. The amount of e-waste grows 5% annually, and then these electronics contain 12 harmful chemicals like mercury, arsenic, and lead, which can be harmful to human health if they're not properly disposed of. Most of these electronics are transported to Ghana, Nigeria, Pakistan, India, and China, where some of them are incinerated and then the others are picked apart by the poor. And just to give you an idea, recycling 1 million laptops would save enough energy to run 3,500 American homes for an entire year. PEDtal would help go green by using recycled parts from electronics, using recycled materials for packaging and shipping, helping reduce energy use for several daily activities like charging your phone or laptop, and then encouraging green transportation.
Alright, so how does it work? It's pretty simple. It just converts your mechanical energy of pedaling into electrical energy. And so that can be used either instantaneously by lighting up a light or heating something, or you can charge a battery with it. And this whole thing works based on electromagnetic induction, which you all remember from physics, which is if you expose a conducting material to a fluctuating magnetic field, it induces a current. And so you can pretty much use it to charge anything. Most household appliances and things are operating on like 12 volts, so this thing is very capable of generating that voltage. But the portable, so these are our two products. There's a portable one and a stationary one. And so this is where the power comes in and how long it's going to take to charge comes in. So the first option, which is $100, is going to be substantially less power, but it's also portable. So there's pros and cons to these. And this is a little more expensive for more power. And so you might be wondering, well, how am I going to assemble this? I don't know anything about electronics or generators. But that's okay, because we're going to take care of everything. You just tell us what it is you want to charge, and we're going to tailor the electrical output to fit your needs. And as a disclaimer, there is a limit to the power we can give you guys because of the currently available electrical generators on the market. And so here's just an example for you guys. It's not our model, but this is what we modeled our product off of. And so the one on the left has a USB charging device here. So it's standard USB. One on the right has a light fixture on the front to go away pedaling. Can move on. So here's where we actually harness the motor. So this is an old printer, and there's a list of things where you can get these old stepper motors from. And so people throw this kind of stuff away all the time, and they think there's no use to it. But actually, when things like this break, it's usually something simpler from the circuit board, like some little loose connection. But the motors inside are still perfectly usable. These things are really sturdy, can last for decades, and all you need to do is turn it with your own human power, and you can get some electricity out of it. And we're happy to say that this is we're reusing these things, so it's being sustainable. But so this is our first model, $100 for the portable generator, and it comes equipped with a loop where you can attach a padlock for your security. Right. And so now I'll talk about the stationary bike generator, the more powerful generators, which are 100 times actually more powerful. So we'll just weigh out, but although it's more powerful, there are pros and cons to each. So the portable one obviously is a lot lighter, obviously portable, cheaper. The stationary ones are more powerful. It won't be going outside, so you're not going to have any chance of it degrading from bad conditions outside, and less likely to be stolen. And so you might also be wondering how fast I need to be pedaling to get the right amount of output voltage. And so if you look here, we go up to around 12, which is standard for a lot of household appliances. You're only going like 10 or 11 miles an hour, so you don't have to go that fast to get the right voltage. And also for the stationary generator, to give you guys a little perspective on how fast you can charge something, We'll use the iPhone 4 for an example. It's 1.42 amp hours is the battery capacity. So we just look here, it's about 20 minutes to reach that capacity. But you have to remember that it's not charging directly. Your phone, this is indirectly, because if you use the stationary generator to charge your phone directly, it's going to blow it apart. So this is a lot higher power. So you would charge this battery in the stationary generator and then take it apart, take it wherever you want with you to go charge other things. And so here's what it looks like. Here's the stationary model. This battery is detachable. Take it around with you wherever you want to go after you've charged it. And so we'll talk about charging. So to give you more of an example of what it can do, the stationary one is capable of charging your iPhone 4 or whatever phone about 80 times after a full charge, and that only takes like 2 hours of charging this thing. And the portable generator, while it's less powerful, it takes 4 hours to fully charge it when pedaling at 15 miles an hour, so it takes a little longer, but it's portable. So that's pretty cool. You can take it around with you. And so what happens when it breaks? Well, just let us know, send it back to us, and we'll see what we can do. If we're not capable of refurbishing it for you and giving it back to you, then we're going to properly dispose of it at the e-waste sites. And so you might also be wondering, can I save money on my electricity bill by attaching myself into the grid and pedaling away? Well, it turns out by yourself, you're not going to. You're going to save like 56 cents a month. But if we market this to gyms and places where they bring in a lot more people pedaling every day, let's say they have 40 people a day biking for an hour, you're going to save like $22, so something. And so, go to the next slide. So while it's not a substantial amount, it's still 100% clean energy. This is all from human power. And so another thing that people have been talking about in terms of bike generators is potential for giving people in third world countries power, because bringing in the electrical infrastructure to them would cost millions of dollars to bring in the power lines, get all the labor costs involved, and with bike generators you could get like 1,000 of these things in there for $50,000. Just get people pedaling and they got power.
So for our intended market niche, we chose college students for the portable generator because riding your bike is a popular form of transportation in college campuses. And we decided to specifically, when we first launched our product, to target just the students from the Big Ten universities. And we also chose for the stationary generator, the university gyms, and we decided that they would have a good fit for our product, because people who like to use their electronics while working out can now use them without having them run out of battery. So we conducted a survey here at MSU and found out that only 26% of students recycle their electronics. And only 52% of students ride their bikes at least once a week, and 91% ride their bikes for a distance 1 to 10 miles. So with our product, these students will be able to save time because they'll be able to charge their electronics while doing something that they already do. We also found out that 56% of students charge their phone for more than 4 hours. So with our product, the charging time will be able to decrease because they can just charge it while they're riding their bike, so they won't have to have it plugged into the wall so often. And also 65% of students use a stationary bike to exercise. With our product, the students that work out at the gym will be able to charge their electronics without having to worry about them running out of battery, and they'll be able to multitask. So to better understand how our products will do in the Big Ten universities market, we times the percentages that we received from the survey by the undergraduates from the Big Ten universities, and found out that about 250,000 students own a bike. So if 1/4 of these students buy the generators, both of the generators individually will sell more than 50,000 a year. And we will hope to eventually expand to other universities and gyms.
All right, so pedal power is a great invention because it not only puts money in people's pockets, it also helps Mother Earth by solving environmental problems. It also helps solving energy problems, and like I said, everybody gets a little green in their pocket. Sociological trifecta. So, just a couple of monetary numbers. Basically, we looked at prices. A used step motor costs about $3, which is actually 10 times cheaper than a brand new step motor that comes off the market, which you have to like mine raw materials in order to build. Just in case you're wondering what's these savings coming out of the store, well, a new printer is about $90, while an old printer is about $50. So you're actually investing 6% up to 66% to basically help the future. We can think about it that way, and help yourself. Put a little green in your pocket, like I said. But I keep throwing this term around, green in your pocket. Exactly how much are you saving? We all like money. I love money. If I didn't like money, I wouldn't have a job. Bottom line, as most people in here. So let's say you're not an athlete, you travel 10 miles an hour. It takes about 5.7 hours to charge your phone. Well, based off of what BWL, that's Board of Water and Light from Lansing, costs about 10 cents per kilowatt hour to charge a phone. Thanks a lot. Basically, we crunch some numbers and we find an equation that we will put on the packaging of the box so you can figure out how much money you save per day, depending on how many hours you charge your bike or ride your bike, basically, and that's up there. Then we can also extrapolate that to figure out, well, how much money are we actually saving in production for companies like nuclear power plants who provides us this energy. So pretty much just plug in the time spent riding your bike into this equation right here, and it gives you the pounds of uranium that nuclear power plants actually save. Now, uranium is great, it provides a lot of energy, but there's a lot of waste associated with that, waste that we have no idea what to do with. We pretty much can it, put it in the cave, and wait till it becomes like non-radioactive. Don't know what to do with it, detrimental. So basically, every time you charge your phone, you save nuclear power plants 57 cents per kilowatt hour and $7,000 in uranium approximately. And I got this off the federal website also. So it costs about $70 to make the portable generator, about $100 to make the stationary generator. So we are, or $160 to make the stationary generator. So we are making a little bit of profit. Labor is about $15,000 a month to start out. Only take a team of 5. We're starting very locally just to see how it goes, and then we will expand. Now we're using a lot of green and biodegradable products in this. We're using biodegradable cardboard. We're also using biodegradable insulation, so your outside motor doesn't deteriorate. We have advertising costs, facility costs, machinery costs, and also miscellaneous costs that, just in case some unexpected coincidences like patenting comes up, we have the money to take care of that.
Alright, so our first year plan, after calculating like all the costs, comes about like $13,900,000. So we'd be asking for like a $14 million investment. And our profits based on our first year income estimation is about $16,038,000. Our gross profit would be about $4,178,000, and our net profit would be about $3 million. So that's just for our first year, and we expect to expand and grow after that, and that would increase, so you would get your return on your investment. And in order to market this product and get the word out there, we're going to start online. So we're going to set up a website, set up a blog, get people to blog about us, and set up a Facebook page and a Twitter account. And we're targeting college campuses, so we're going to put flyers in gyms and around campus so people can see them. You saw the flyers that passed around. And then a great way to get your product out there and known is trade expos. And I found this great trade expo in Michigan. It's called the Detroit Bike City Expo, and it brings everyone all from around Michigan that love bikes. It's like all bikes, everywhere products. So we would set up a station there and get our word out. So that's our Facebook page. And our slogan is power to the pedal, pedal to the max. And this is our flyer, which you saw. And we also are going to do a commercial in this commercial.
Oh wait, how do you turn on the volume? Oh, it is on. Wait, it's on here. How do we turn it on? Up there.
Oh, you have to plug in the audio cable.
That is in this box.
There's no way that you can for 12 months. So you get 5 pounds. 5 pounds.
Recycles 15% of its electronics and energy use skyrocketed. We are slowly degrading the environment, and we need to change now. That's where pedal power comes in. It's a bike generator made with recycled electronics that can help reduce e-waste and save energy. Recreation, transportation, conservation. It's our history, our culture, a way of life. Together, we can power the future. Power to the pedal, pedal to the max.
So we'll keep questions to like a minute and a half really quickly so we can fit in the next 3 presentations.
I don't know.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay. All right. So, like, I have a phone, and it can last, I'd say 2 days on a single charge. So, what is my benefit to using this over just going to sleep, waking up? Oh, hey, full battery.
Well, for me, like the problem, I always forget to charge my phone, and then I'm going to bed at night, and I have like 15% left, and I get up in the morning, and it's gonna last like 5 minutes and die. So I'm going to class. Well, I guess I'm not gonna call anyone today because I'm not going to be in my room again until 7 o'clock when I'm done with HPS. So if I'm riding to class, I'll be able to just plug it in there and charge it that way. So it's really convenient if you're just out of time. Yari was saying yesterday she
But
was
you
going
don't
to.
have to have time. It charges while you sleep. You do nothing, and you wake
I can't
up.
charge my phone while I sleep because there's no charger by my bed because I have a lofted bed.
It's also
But
bad
it doesn't
for the
matter where the
environment.
charger
Yeah, it's
is.
also bad for the environment because you're charging it for 12 hours when you don't need
You'd
to.
have to bike for 5 hours to charge the phone,
Yeah.
so you barely get a charge on the way to HPS class.
Unless you bring your portable battery with you.
And then the other thing is, so
Yeah,
like
you charge-
you
charge it
said
now.
you said the pedaling charges the battery, not the actual device itself, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not actually charging it while you're pedaling. You have to carry that battery around with you.
No, there's two
not on the
alternatives.
portable one.
Yeah.
If you do the stationary one, you have to carry the battery. If you do the portable one, you just plug it
Plug it
directly
into
into your phone and it'll charge it.
All right, so what happens if it starts raining, or I go through a puddle, or I sweat on it?
We have to insulate it.
So
Yeah.
and the cord, what we have is a retractable cord. So you just take the cord all the way out and plug it into your phone and then put your phone in your backpack and zip it up. So it'll be as safe as it usually is.
And the connection between the cord and the actual input is
It's in like a little
insulated?
box thing which has like a biodegradable like waterproofing on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's actually made from lanolin seed extract.
We have time for one more question.
I don't know who's big.
Don't pick
I'll
a
just
song.
laugh real quick.
I
I was wondering about the niche
That's
that
on
you're
tape.
looking at. So we were looking at college students, and specifically, which is awesome, everybody bikes to class. But what about the students who live like in dorms who aren't really worried about their electricity bill? Are you just kind of looking and are kind of poor college students that don't know if they can really afford like a $200 thing to charge their $100 phone? So how would you guys overcome that?
It's not really, you're not really trying to save on electricity cost so much, but you're saving a little bit of electricity, you're encouraging green transportation, and you're recycling. That's our main environmental goals.
Okay.
I think it's more for the college students to be able to have the convenience of charging their phone rather than saving on energy bills.
Okay.
And I guess I was thinking more for college students, the portable one, that one's only $100. People are buying, $400 iPhones.
Yeah,
And
and
it's a
also,
long-term investment.
yeah, and for 2 hours to fully charge that, the stationary one, you can fully charge it in 2 hours, and it's like 20 hours battery life. So just take the battery with you. And a lot of times I know for me, I don't want to lug a cord around. I mean, the battery is also another thing to lug around. But in here, at least, I don't have an outlet right around me. So if I just have this external battery, it's a lot nicer that way. And it only takes 2 hours of working out for 20 hours battery life.
Okay, good job.